Hi, welcome to Mrs. Patterson's Homework Help. This is Math Chapter 3, Lesson 8. Today we're going to talk about reasonable answers. And a lot of times kids have trouble with that. They don't realize that their answer is way off of what it should be. Now, this is an exaggeration. Say if we have 20 times 2 and somebody comes up with 400, that's not reasonable. We know that that's a problem, okay? Because that answer would only be 40. So you need to understand that your answer should be reasonable. It should make sense. And so we're going to talk about how we can figure out if an answer is reasonable or not. First of all, let's look at this sample problem because all these problems here, all this whole thing is a problem. And I want to go over that and how you work through the problem. Callie and Cole each used 24 craft sticks for their art project. Dinah and Dennis each used 33 craft sticks for their project. Is it reasonable to say that they used about 100 craft sticks in all? Okay, so we have to look at that and understand what's going on. That's the first step. What facts do we know? Callie and Cole each used 24 craft sticks. Dinah and Dennis each used 33 craft sticks. What do you need to find out? You need to find out if they used about 100 craft sticks in all. That about is like a ding, ding, ding kind of an alert saying that you're going to be looking for an estimate. You don't need to know exactly how many craft sticks they used. You just want to know, hey, did they use about 100? So first of all, plan. I will round the number of craft sticks each pair of students used. Then I will add the rounded numbers. Okay, so Callie and Cole each used 24 craft sticks. So we're going to round that to 20 because if you look at the number 24, if you round it to the last place value, is 4 big enough to bump that up to a 3? No. So we can round that to 20. So we know both of these kids used 20 craft sticks each. About. Now, when we are going to do Dinah and Dennis, they each used 33. If we look at the number 33, round it to the last place value here, we see that 3 is not big enough to bump that 3 up. So we round that to 30. So both of those kids used 30. So we have 20 plus 20 plus 30 plus 30. Okay? So what does that come to? 30 plus 30, 20 and 20. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 100. So it rounds to 100. Is it reasonable to say that they used about 100 sticks? Yes. In actuality, if we added them, we would get 114. If 114 is close to 100, then we know that the estimate is reasonable. It's within 14. So we know that that is a reasonable estimate. Now, on the back of the page, they're going to take you through 3 and then 4 problems that talk about reasonable answers. Is it reasonable? Is it reasonable? Is it reasonable? And it's very important to understand if an answer is reasonable. And I want to absolutely see that you've worked through the problems. Don't just say yes or no. That's not what the questions are looking for. It wants to see if you've worked it out and understand whether or not it makes sense. If it's in the ballpark, if it's about right. Okay? Well, I know. Let's do number 1 here, and then I'll leave the other 3 for you. Kevin can carry a basket of 5 feet. Rachel can carry it 3 feet farther than Kevin. Daniel can carry the basket half as far as Rachel. Is it reasonable to say that they can carry it 15 feet with each person taking only one turn? Wow, that's a tough question. So let's break it down. Kevin can carry it 5 feet. Rachel can carry it 3 feet farther than Kevin. Okay, so Rachel, she can do it 3 feet farther than Kevin, so that means she's 8 feet. Okay, Daniel can carry the basket half as far as Rachel. So Daniel is half of hers. What's half of 8? 4. Okay. Is it reasonable to say that they can carry it 15 feet with each person only taking one turn? Well, do we really want to round this off? No, if it's a single digit, you're not going to want to round it. Okay, so let's add these up and see if they can do that. 8 and 5 is 13. 4 more is 17. Can each carry it about 15, taking only one turn? Yes. They should be able to carry it at least 17 feet. So it's way over the amount. So that's reasonable. Yes, they can do it. It's important to say yes and then give me the reason why. All right, go ahead and answer the next 3 questions. The bonus for today is write your own problem that you solve using a reasonable answer. This is creative. You got to create a problem. It can be very basic. You can maybe have 2 people or 2 figures in there to make it easier, but come up with your own problem that you solve using a reasonable answer.